Hello and welcome back to episode 5 of Let's Play Oxygen Not Included with me, Scruffy Joe. Now, at the end of last week's episode, I basically failed to prevent a terrible amount of weeing everywhere by my duplicants here. I put it on fast speed and I just kind of let it run, and we went everywhere. Now, we also seem to have quite a large amount of extra water, which is weird. That's all spread out all over the place. That's gone a bit doolally. Let's not worry about that. Effectively, though, what happened was I put it on fast speed because I needed them to finish building some stuff. I stopped paying attention, and then we went everywhere. I could have prevented that. I've kind of rewatched it. If I'd have been paying more attention, I would have seen that these toilets had gone out of order. I could have organised somebody to go and fix them before there was a really big problem. Unfortunately, I didn't do that, and as a result, we now have these guys running around really disliking their environment, which you can understand. I mean, if my house was covered in wee, I would be pretty annoyed as well. So things I should have done which I didn't do. I should have blocked in this, because what we now have is some polluted water in amongst this lovely fresh water, and the outcome of that, if we go to the germs, we'll see that just those two tiny dots there and there of polluted water have now filled this with horrible germs, so that's bad. You look over here, the reason why we're desperate to keep our polluted water out of our fresh water is because this has no germs. So if we end up using this by mistake to make food, we are instantly going to give everyone food poisoning, and that is not what you want at all. So there we go. Lesson learned. Don't run the game on fast unless you keep an eye on the things which are going to break. So other stuff that we need to now fix, obviously we need to get some extra technology to allow us to get rid of this pollution. We don't have that, that's a way off. What we really need is reliably working toilets, which we can get and maybe put over here or something along those lines. I'm not really quite sure yet. But we can't do that just yet because we're still waiting on this research to finish. Oh, he's just finished some research. Was it the right one? He has just finished plumbing, and now we need sanitation, which is where the toilets live, and it's also where the showers live and the sinks live. So this is great. Now, down here there's filtration. You see there's a liquid filter. We can use that liquid filter and we can put a couple of pipes going into it. One pipe going into it, two pipes coming out of it. And one pipe coming out of it will be for clean water and one will be for polluted water. So we can use that to separate the water. It won't clean the water. This water will still have germs in it, but it will not have polluted water in amongst this dirty water. The other thing which you used to be able to do, and I'm not really sure if you still can, is you could send a guy down there and just simply mop up the polluted water, and they would take it because the polluted water won't blend with the normal water. I guess that was just one of the things which they didn't quite... Well, I don't know. I don't know the entire decisions for how they programmed this game, but I mean, it's got to be confusing if you've got a tile which has an amount of water allowed in it. It's got to be confusing as to whether that could blend and how you would then program that so that it would blend. I don't know how you would do that, but it doesn't matter. So there's a sort of an exploitative way that we can fix that by simply doing this, and then a guy's going to climb down that ladder and mop up the polluted water. But it kind of feels like cheating. I'm not sure if you can still do it or not. Let's just cancel that for the time being. And we'll deal with it properly using proper in-game mechanics when we get around to it. So for the time being though, I'm just kind of letting things run because we're short on food. So this guy's Pepper down here is making food bars, mush bars. We need the science to finish, so I don't want Wednesday to stop doing that. Wednesday has to carry on doing that. We've got to get the wee cleared up, which unfortunately is left to the other guys. So down here you've got Danny and Mary are having a bit of a horrid time of things because, one, they're in a room which is very hot because it's got batteries in it. Two, it's full of unbreathable carbon dioxide, so they're basically suffocating while they're doing this. And three, they're standing in pools of wee, which, as I've previously mentioned, nobody really enjoys doing. We've also got these bottles of wee lying around now, so people will gradually pick those up and dump them over here in our bottle emptier. We will end up with a nice little container full of wee, which we're going to deal with that. Oh, someone's ill. That's going to be a problem. That's possibly going to be not so much of a problem. Hang on a minute. What do you need to make a medical room? Let's just go and have a quick look on the rooms. Med bay. Sick duplicants assigned to medical beds located within med bay are less likely to spread disease, so that's good. Room has to have a medical bed, a toilet, a mess table. Well, that's impossible. Okay, fine. Let's just stick a medical bed somewhere. Somebody can go and sit in it and receive some care, and that will be awesome. Yeah. That will work for the time being. Oh, I've paused it. Let's just leave that as it is, running away for a second, and as soon as that medical bed is built, we'll find out who's ill, and we'll see about putting him in. Who is ill? This guy. Diarrhea, hypothermia, crikey. Not a good time to be him. Okay, well, I mean, the guys are going to get on with it themselves. We're just going to leave them to do this, because otherwise everyone's going to starve, and that would be a problem. Let's just check on the oxygen. Yeah, that's going as I expected. It's still nice up here, and like I said, this carbon dioxide is gradually sort of sinking down. We really could do with somebody to come and finish doing this. Could do with lots of things. It's all going wrong, my lovely viewers. It's not working out as I'd hoped at all. Right. How's this technology coming on? 7 out of 20. Where am I going to build my toilets? Are we over here in this gap? Come on, guys. Let's get this mopped up. There we go. Well done. Who's that? You deserve a medal. You also have diarrhea, and you're hungry. Not a good combination. And you're holding your breath. Wow. What a terrible place to live this is. I'm really doing terribly badly. Never mind, we're going to hang in there. We're going to keep going. We are going to get there eventually. We're going to just fix it all. It's going to take some time, but we'll get there. Now, I might need to play around with my priority button a bit, because it would be really helpful if this and this were to happen, so we don't end up with yet more water breaking through and causing a terrible mess. So let's do that. Somebody's ill. Why are you ill? What's the matter with you? Hypothermia. Build the sick bed. Oh. Let's make the sick bed higher priority. Sub-priority. 8. Build the sick bed. That's now the most important thing in the entire base. Well, that's the end of the day. So they're all having a bit of a sit down, eat food, generally be unhappy, then scrub the food, taste off their tongues as best they can before going to sleep. It's not looking good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the 6th guy? Did have 6 guys, didn't I? Has somebody fallen in a hole and died? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the other guy? Ah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Right, they all do still exist. Good. That's a relief. I was panicked there for a minute. Maybe you could tell. I'm not sure. We also have 13% stress now, so people are starting to get very unhappy, which isn't good. We want to try and keep that down as best we possibly can. Let's just get everyone going to sleep. It's going to be a rough couple of days. We're going to just sort of try and not give them too many jobs to do, let them finish all the jobs that I've got queued up. and then we'll try and, as I say, build a toilet. We really need toilets. Okay, good. Medbed. That's working. Who's made a mess now? Why? What is wrong with you? Why can't you use this toilet? Oh! Oh my... Look at how much wee that was. Wow. You get into these problems. Somebody makes a mess. Somebody else has to clear it up. Why is this not empty? What's going on? Because there aren't enough people to do all the jobs, they don't get done, and then we still have a broken toilet, and as a result we don't have enough place for people to go to the toilet, and that leads to more wee going all over the floor. They're desperate, and there's only one toilet. Right, why isn't this being fixed? Fix the toilet, guys. Come on. Fix the damn toilet. There we go. That's all I wanted. This one is almost full as well. You see, if this one had become full and that one was still broken, we would just end up with an entire base covered in wee. Right, this is going on. I'm gonna get this sorted out. Come on, what are you clapping for? Right. Conscious that this video needs to be slightly shorter than the previous one, so I am going to allow it to go until the end of cycle 15. Then I think I'm going to stop the video, stop recording. Then I'm going to take a long, good, hard look at myself in the mirror and try and work out what on earth is going wrong. Because, tell you what, maybe it's because I'm talking all the time, but when I used to play this game, my disasters were never normally this bad. Have we finished? We've finished. Okay, that's good news. We can now build toilets, guys. We can build toilets. Right. Okay, toilets. Do this. Do this. Come on. Okay. Plumbing. Pump. Eventually we're going to need a pump there. Let's not worry about it for now. Just trust me. You're kidding me. Okay, let's not... We will eventually need the thing there. Let's not worry about it just yet, because we need another one first. Now, this may seem slightly unusual, but what I'm actually going to do is, in the first instance, design a toilet which uses water full of germs. Sounds weird, but as long as people aren't drinking that water, then it should be okay. So, let us do this. Probably not that far. Let us do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We like 4. Let's do that. It's going to take them a while to get that sorted out. Let's just do that as well. Okay, so now what's going to happen is they're going to dig this out, they're going to build this ceiling, they're going to dig this out, build this floor. Then I will put in a couple of toilets. These things need to not exist because they're in the wrong place. What's that? That for? That's just got algae in it. That's not ideal. Let's get rid of that as well. We don't need that. Let's move that. Okay, so I think we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Oh, why do I not have enough metal? Oh. Okay, so Let's not worry about that for the time being. Let's just have a quick look at this pipe and see what happens. You can see we've got a green and a white arrow. This is water into the system. So you've got the system and the arrow pointing into the system. So water, wastewater coming out of the system comes from there and goes into that. Except that's a really poor way of designing it. Let's stop that there. We don't want that to happen like that. What we actually want... Where's my plumbing gone? We want wastewater to come out like that. We want nice water, or rather clean water, come out like that. We're going to want one of these pumps down here. And so we're going to use our already polluted water to make our toilets work. Somebody else has made a mess. Oh my life, what is going on? Oh, and now we see the benefit of this brick. Because somebody's wet themselves here, but none of the wee has gone into the water. So that's perfect. That's working. That's how it should work. I mean, it would have been better if they'd actually not weed on the floor in the first place, but you can't have everything. Now I'm just a bit concerned actually that most of the wee from the entire colony is currently going on the floor, which is not really great. It's not what we want. Also, I've done another stupid thing because that would stop working and no one would be able to get there because once they dig, they have to dig out this mud in order to put in a pipe. I think I explained that once before. And I seem to have left it on high speed and an entire day's gone past, which is exactly not what I said I would do. I said I was going to run it slowly and not give them a whole load of extra jobs. And yet here we are with a whole mass of extra work to do and still all of the problems of toilets and massive unhappiness. Stress as a result is down at 7%, which is good. That's working better. And most of the carbon dioxide, you'll notice, has now drifted into the carbon dioxide hole, as we were calling it. So that's working alright. We're obviously making enough air. We don't have enough food, but we are making enough air. Where are we on food? We've got 6 duplicants, and we've got enough to feed 3 duplicants. And it is morning. Right, now, absolute promise this time. I'm going to run until the end of cycle 17, then I'm going to end the episode, and then we'll just see where we are at that point. Right, fix the toilets. Good, toilets are fixed. Clean everything up. Bit of normal speed. Normal speed. Urgh. Got a bit of a carbon dioxide problem here as well. That should not... You don't want them to be unhappy about the fact that they can't breathe while they're powering everything. It's like the last thing. I seem to be saying that's the last thing you want over and over and over again, which obviously there's a lot of stuff I'm not happy about in this particular workthrough. Did our hypothermia man get better? Yes, he did. Yeah. I'm deconstructing that because I don't ultimately want it there, and if I've got no one ill, then it's just sitting there as a waste of resources. So I'm going to take that apart and hopefully use some metal to make it. Use some metal? What do we make that out of? Oh, sandstone. Whoops. Anyway. Come on, people. Sort yourselves out. Right. Maybe if I bring in number 7. This is such a problem because I bring in number 7, I've got even less food to go around, although I have got 1 extra person to work. I would need an extra place for him to sleep, because at the moment we've got 1 dude sleeping here, 1 dude sleeping here, 4 people in a sort of ugly bedroom. It's a horrible place to live right now. What are you doing? Why are you picking up sandstone from there? Weird. Weird behaviour. Absolutely weird behaviour. Okay, well at least we've got some pipe work being made. Let's get in there. What we'll ultimately do is we'll keep 1 toilet of these old outhouse toilets, and we'll keep a compost heap nearby because it's a handy source of fertiliser, which you will need later when you start running farms. But really we're going to move to proper lavatories, as we got here waiting to be constructed. Once that's done, everything gets a little bit better, and then you need to put a sink by it. Put it in the wrong place. Ugh. How many tiles can a bathroom be? 64? Up to 64. We've got some sick people as well. 59% is starting to get a bit of a worry. You want these numbers here to all be 100% so that they have an immune system which is working at 100%. The immune system working at 59% is not great. That means you're going to get diarrhea a lot, especially eating mud. Yeah, it's not great. That's not great at all. Well, this is turning into being a bit of a thinker. A bit of a beard stroking moment going on here in front of your eyes. So I need more copper. 3 tons of algae, so we're not going to die of... we need algae to make air at the moment. That's alright. That stopped working because it's at maximum pressure, which is ideal. It means it's saving electricity because it's not doing anything. But yeah, what's going on with the lack of copper on this map? And also my inability to spot it. We've got 203 kilograms of copper. It's rubbish. This needs to happen. Doing a thing which is sort of changing plans. Okay, we do need these things. We know that they're going to happen. But by just doing that, maybe that might prompt them to come up here and dig out some of this copper. You're filling that up. Once that's full, that should give me two guys with nothing to do. You're working, that's great. What are you doing? Making food? How are we for food? Right, we've got enough food for the end of the day, which is coming in about however much time that is. What we do not have is enough copper to just slap down a load of jobs and then have them do them all. Okay, you should nearly be finished. There you go, right, you're both finished. Is it? It's hang about time now. Okay. So, I mean, it's a horrible life. That's what these facial expressions are saying to me. Why aren't you happy? You can't do a work errand because you haven't got copper, I know. It's a solution to that, is that you come up here and mine. Why haven't we done that? Oh dear, they really hate their food. I mean, I'd hate it. Well, you'd hate it. We'd all hate their food. Right. It's bedtime. It's time. End of cycle 17. As I promised, I am going to draw this episode to a close now. It's been good fun. This is actually the second time I've recorded this episode, because the first time I had a bit of a computer crash, but we won't worry about that. It's all happening in the background. The magic is goes on in the background. You never get to see that. So yeah, tomorrow, cycle 18, or rather the next time I play, what we're going to do is we're going to get some copper if it kills us. At least we don't have a base covered in wheat, so arguably we have made some progress, although not a great deal of progress since the last episode. Nothing is covered in wheat anymore. Why are you? Can you make it to your bed? Can you? Oh, thank goodness. Okay, everyone's safely tucked up in bed. I am going to press the space bar, the pause button. There we go. Nothing changes from this point on. Yeah. Didn't get anything done this episode. It's been about half an hour, which is longer than I'd planned to play, and yeah, we are basically no further along really than we were last time. It's just been a series of short and annoying problems, mainly involving Wii and broken toilets, but we do have one working toilet. This toilet once again is out of order, so it's all probably going to go wrong at the beginning of episode 6. And really, I'm looking forward to that because it's good comedy, worth watching. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed playing it, and I hope you will join me again for episode 6. If you would like that to happen quicker, then press the like button and the subscribe button, and I will keep viewing that as a kind of a means to carry on. When I stop getting any extra subscribers, I think I'll probably stop, but for the time being, it's bubbling along nicely. Seem to get new ones with every video, so that's great, and I really appreciate that. It'd be nice if some of you could leave more comments as well. I know I've got a couple of comments which have been good, and I've enjoyed those. But yeah, just join me again for next week's episode of Oxygen Not Included, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you then. Take care. Bye.